Hello everyone, welcome to Strap Essential Tutorial Series. In this lesson, we will learn how to check the immediate and long-term deflection in a concrete slab. So let's get started. Here you can see I have created one model with beams and slabs and all the spans are of 8 meters. So let's calculate the deflection in this slab. So to calculate the deflection, we have to assign the loads first. So let's go to loads. Let's create new load case. Give a name as dead load, click on OK. Now we are inside the dead load case. So first of all I will define the element loads. So click on element load, define and click on self weight first. So I want to calculate the self weight in downwards direction, so -1, and global x3 will be the vertical direction, so click on OK. Select all elements. So you can see we have provided the self weight. Now we will be providing the uniformly distributed load on the slab, which is for our floor finish. So click on define again, uniform, it will be global axis and x3. Let's consider 1.5 kilonewton per meter square of load as floor finish. Click on OK and click on select all elements. You can see we have assigned dead loads on the slab. Now let's assign the self weight for the beams. So click on beam load, define and click on self weight. Click on select all beams and the direction of the self weight will be x3 and the factor will be -1 to consider it in downwards direction. So click on end. You can see we have taken all the dead loads. Now click on end load case and let's make another load case as live. Click on OK. Now I will be taking 3 kilonewton per meter square of live load on the slabs. So click on element loads, define, uniform, and in global x3 direction it will be -3 kilonewton per meter square. Click on OK. Select all elements and we have considered the live loads also. Now click on AND load case. You can see in the existing load case we have the dead load case and live load case. Now solve these load cases. Now to check the linear elastic deflection, let's click on draw result, display type, change it to element result contour map, result type, change it to deflection absolute value, click on load case and fill contour regions with color. Click on OK. You can see the deflection for dead load case. Now to check the serviceability criteria, we need to create one load combination. So let's go to combinations, click on define and revise. We will create 3 combinations. One is for design purpose, one is for serviceability check, another one with sustained live load for the long term deflection check. So let's create the ultimate one first, which will be used for the design purpose with factors. Then we'll create the serviceability load combination, and here we'll be taking the load factors as 1, and we'll create another load combination for the sustained loads. We'll consider the dead load 100% and let us consider that 25% of the total live load will be sustained, so 0.25. Now we have created 3 combinations. Click on OK. Now to check linear elastic deflection on the slab due to the serviceability load combination, click on this combo and click on this service. So for the service load combination, you can see we are having 58 mm deflection here, which is the maximum deflection in this area. You can see the displacement contour is in meters, so this value is in meters actually. Okay, so here we are getting it as 58, something around 58, the maximum value. But this is the linear elastic deflection of the slab. But the actual deflection of the slab can be much greater due to several important factors like cracking, reinforcement ratio, and time dependent nonlinear factors such as creep and shrinkage. Now to consider all these factors, we can go to slab deflection and click on solve, and you need to provide the code. Let's select IS456. Now for the combination of immediate deflection, we're gonna select this service combination for the immediate deflection, and the combination for long term we have created one which is sustained, means 25% live load will be sustaining here. Okay, we are going to take the creep factor as 2. Now you can change this concrete strength. Let's consider 25 Newton per mm square, and here I'm going to take 500 Newton per mm square, which is our steel strength. Gross cover you can consider, this is nothing but the clear cover plus half of your reinforcement dia. That means from the bottom of the slab to the center of your reinforcement. Let us consider one value which is 20 mm. Now the minimum diameter I am taking as 8 mm and the maximum diameter I am taking as 12 mm. And the minimum spacing I am considering as 100 mm, or else you can take it as 75 mm also. And spacing increment I am taking as 25 mm. Now we have two options. One is reinforcement required for moments per force, okay, and another one is user defined reinforcement. That means if you click on this reinforcement required for moments by forces, it will calculate the reinforcement, it will check the deflection. Otherwise, if you click on this user defined, you have to provide the reinforcement here, and as per this given reinforcement it will calculate the deflection. So let's click on this one, reinforcement required for moments by forces. It will calculate the reinforcement automatically. You can check this one also, minimum reinforcement for slabs and walls. Otherwise you can ignore it. Now let's click on solve. Now to check the long term deflection, let's go to display and click on draw deflection contour map, and we want the total deflection, which is long term plus immediate deflection. Okay, so and the combination for the immediate deflection will be surface. Now click on OK, and here you can see the total deflection. Here the total deflection it is showing as 190 mm, which is much higher than before. Previously we got it as 58 mm. Now the maximum deflection it is 190 mm. You can check only the long term deflection also. Click on display, long term deflection, and click on OK. Here you are getting 110 mm, which is our only long term deflection due to the sustained live load. So this is how we can check the slab deflection in our structure, and this deflection is not only the linear elastic deflection but also the long term deflection, considering the different factors like cracking, reinforcement ratio, and time dependent nonlinear factors such as creep, shrinkage, etc. So this is it for today. In our next lesson we will learn such interesting use of STRAP software in the field of structural design engineering. Thank you.